Tesla says their ecosystem is energy generation, energy storage, and electric vehicles. But how would a customer get absorbed into the ecosystem just like Apple's? I recently made a poll on my channel asking you guys what videos you guys want to see next, and this video blew it out of the water. And although this isn't the next video after that poll, because I had to get into it and make it high quality for you guys, right? I went deep into it, and y'all gonna get it in today's video. So all I hope is that you guys have your popcorn ready, you sit back, relax to absorb some detailed information on how the ecosystem works. No, it's not gonna look like that. Well, it kind of looks like that, but a much deeper level. High quality, high detail. If you guys are ready, make sure you guys smash that like button because this video took a long time to make. And subscribe if you haven't already, man. Let's go. So let's first take a look at Apple's ecosystem to see how it's integrated and why it's so addicting. As you guys already know, most of you guys watching this video have an Apple product. You guys are probably watching this through your iPhone or probably your iMac or your, iPC, whatever it is. I am not an Apple user. I am a Samsung user. Bruh. I'm one of those. But anyone who I talk to that has an iPhone or any Apple product, they usually have other Apple products. And when I ask them to change to a Samsung, they say, no way, man, I'm too hooked on this. I can't. Everything's so integrated. I can't leave. It'll be a liability for me. And I'm just like, sheesh, that's insane. But let's take a look at the Apple ecosystem on how this is possible. Take a look at this diagram over here. Very simplified. Everything revolves around the iCloud network where you can send and receive data between all devices. Pretty much working seamlessly together, which is really convenient. So to oversimplify what Apple's ecosystem does is that, for example, with your iPhone and you have an iMac, you can, send data back and forth easily with an instant, which is pretty darn amazing. I can't really do that with my Android. Connect to my, Windows. It doesn't really work because Android is Google and Windows is Microsoft. They're not really integrated. But Apple, on the other hand, it's a whole different beast when it comes to their ecosystem and why it's so addicting. But that's what makes the Apple system so addicting in the first place. You can do all these things which you can't do with any other devices, which is an absolute sheesh moment right there. And that's why once you get an Apple product, you're most likely going to get the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and probably the next one, and maybe the next one. And maybe you'll branch out to other products like their iTV, like their iMac, like their, so many other products that they have, other systems and networks that they have that you can integrate with and just send traffic. It's just insane what you can do with Apple products. But the end point is, once you're in, you're hooked. Now, Tesla is planning to do the same thing, but on a much grander scale. Here's how it works. But first, smash that like button because this chart took a while to make. All right, you smashed it? All right, let's go. Let's begin at the center of Tesla's ecosystem, which is the vehicles, the sexy models, and soon the Cybertruck. Think of this as the iPhone for Apple. This is where customers get exposed to the Tesla ecosystem for the first time, or in other words, feel and experience a Tesla product. Once a customer experiences a Tesla, it's really hard to get back to a gas car. Yes, I was one of those. I rented a Model S Plaid and sheesh, you guys can check out the video over here. Another experience customers will notice is the savings they make. There's no annual service for any of the Tesla vehicles, which saves thousands of dollars annually. No fueling needed as home charging brings the cost down about 75%, and if customers who switch to Tesla insurance, they will also save up to 40% annually. This is because Tesla tracks your driving based on today, not 10 years ago. Now, Tesla insurance isn't widely available yet, but it's expanding exponentially in the US and soon globally. Now, with all these savings and experiences, Tesla owners should be pretty darn happy and hooked to the products. But wait, there's more. To add to this ecosystem, Tesla has a huge network of superchargers. Over 45,000 and counting globally. Although a bit more expensive than home charging, Tesla owners also benefit from the superchargers. Yeah, supercharger stations are still 50% cheaper than fueling up at gas stations. And yes, all the energy that Tesla superchargers uses is all renewable. That's pretty insane. And what's even more insane, as we just heard the news, Ford will now be able to use Tesla superchargers in the US and Canada. This is fantastic news for Tesla because not only will this help Tesla's sales and profits, but also open the door for other EV makers and other legacy automakers that make EVs to use Tesla superchargers. And guess who benefits here even more? Obviously, they will benefit too, but Tesla, not only will they increase their sales and profits as mentioned before, but they will become more of a monopoly. Sheesh moment right there. But the most addictive and important feature about Tesla vehicles is the full self-driving software. This is such an important part of Tesla's ecosystem because this software has the potential to revolutionize transportation forever in a safe, efficient, and convenient way. If this part of the ecosystem doesn't come to reality, then Tesla vehicles loses competitive edge. So yeah, it's pretty important. And just to throw it out there, as we see what's happening with Ford joining Tesla's EV supercharger network, we will also see the same thing when FSD is solved. When Tesla solves FSD, we're going to see other companies come to Tesla and say, hey man, your FSD is looking pretty nice. Can I license it and put it on my vehicles? Because, it looks like the car driving people around is going to become the norm. And Tesla will go like, absolutely. Here's how much it's going to cost. And go ahead, man. And oh my goodness, if this happens, Tesla sales and profit, it's just going to, I can't even comprehend the number if that happens. That'll truly be a sheesh moment. And we will see the profits. And this, because at this point, FSD, once it's solved, is just a software. Elon Musk even said that this could be as high as 80% margin. And I do believe him because it's just a software. You don't have much expenses. It's just, you want it, you take it. Because it's already solved. Yeah, there's some upgrading and updates from here and time and then, but it's 99%, 99.9% solved. You can put me on the record, man. You can bet on that. This is what's going to happen. Give it 5 years time, 6 years time, whenever FSD is solved. Yeah, it's just gonna be huge. But if, or should I say when successful, Robotaxi will be a huge part of the ecosystem. The fact that I can let my vehicle to go out there and generate me another source of income. I mean, it could be Tesla themselves. It doesn't have to be me. But this would be a must-have asset. This will be the first time in history that the vehicle will be making another source of income for you, for us, without us needing to do anything. That is a sheesh moment right there. But we're gonna take it step by step. Right now, Tesla is at the mid stages of their FSD software development, which by watching some YouTube videos, the thing looks like it can drive itself without any interference or bugging out. So that's very impressive. Okay, so up to now, the ecosystem around the vehicle itself seems it's enough for customers to be hooked. You see, Tesla's goal is to transition the world to sustainable energy, mainly through renewable energy, or all through renewable energy, really. So this is what Tesla is doing to complete the ecosystem. Tesla knows that eventually electricity bills will increase as more and more customers buy EVs, so Tesla has added energy generation as part of their ecosystem. Customers and or businesses can install solar panels or solar roof onto their homes or businesses to generate renewable energy to be used within the house, home, building, and the electric vehicle. By generating solar energy, this lowers energy costs, therefore charging your electric vehicle or home or business or building at a much more affordable rate. Maybe sometime in the future, Tesla may add other methods of energy generation like wind, tidal, and dams, but solar is the most practical at the moment. Now, generating energy is one thing, but storing it is another. In order to use the energy generated in an effective and efficient way, it needs to be stored, and this is the last part of the ecosystem. Through Tesla's Powerwall, Powerpack, and Megapack products, homes and even countries can become energy independent. Homes can completely go off the grid and countries don't have to rely on other countries on energy sources, therefore achieving energy independence. Europe! And lastly, you can control this ecosystem through the Tesla app, which will make it extremely easy and convenient to track, control, and mobilize each individual product, which is pretty insane. But looking at the entire ecosystem, you can see how it all works out together. And once all working together, the cost of living day to day becomes much more affordable, and that's something that everyone can live with, which is why once you're in, it's hard to get out. Just like Apple's ecosystem. By the way, guys, can I get a like if you guys are all the way up to here? It'll really mean a lot. I mean, this video took a while to make. It wasn't as fast as I thought it would be, so if you guys could smash that like button, that would really help me out. But there you guys have it. That's the Tesla ecosystem if you look at it in a detailed way, in a simplified, detailed way, you could say. The only thing missing here is the Tesla bot, and if that comes into play, then finished. I don't even know what's gonna happen then. But going based off the things that we know today, that's gonna be, I mean, it's gonna be insane. Now, once the Tesla bot is out and I know more about it, we can definitely, push this into the integration. I'll make a separate video then once that's more clear. But for now, this is how the cycle looks like. And honestly, if you can integrate all those and live on a much cheaper lifestyle, Why would you want to live any other way? If you own a house, I'm sure the next level for Tesla, if they really want to transition the world to sustainable energy, they would have to think about, apartments and condos, how they're going to do it. And that's just going to be a whole different thing. But I'm sure that's in the books in the long term, maybe in the 2030s, 2040s. But nonetheless, guys, that's the Tesla ecosystem, just the car, the vehicle itself with all the software it has, the superchargers, the full self-driving, the experience, the savings. It's just, that right there is addictive. And that right there, the integration is absolutely insane. The energy parts are just add-ons in my opinion, but if you get them all together, the ecosystem that you would make for your own home and life, it'll be much more affordable. And you'll be happy about it because you're doing it through renewable energy. So that's actually pretty cool. And I think this is a fantastic model that in the future we kind of have to rely on because, if we saw what happened with Russia, and we have China, and then we have another we don't know what's going to happen, and we shouldn't be affected by one person's negative choice of action, Ukraine. So really, we shouldn't really be affected, and this is what Tesla's trying to do. And I really do applaud them for it, and that's why I'm all in into Tesla stock. So all in that I am planning on to retire off Tesla stock by 2030. See how many shares you would need today. Obviously not financial advice, just for entertainment purposes. Check it out and support the channel, guys, by becoming a channel member and subscribe if you guys haven't already. And I shall see you guys in the next video. See ya!